Whether you're thinking of taking the steps to get your ex back or waiting for the day that they're content and happy without you, wondering if your ex is fully over you is difficult to detect. With a few key signs that they are in fact over you, you'll be sure what steps to take next. Welcome back, Psychos. Today we'll be presenting you with 8 signs your ex is over you. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel, as well as click the notification bell so that you never miss a video. Number 1. They stop trying to reach out to you. The first sign that your ex is over you is that they stop trying to reach out to you. This one is especially noticeable when your ex was one to tirelessly try to reach out after the breakup, whether they were looking for closure or in an attempt to work things out. Once they stop reaching out entirely, it's very possible that they've moved on. Taking on a no-contact rule with your ex is always a good idea, to give time to be sure about your decision without interference. So if your ex isn't totally over you, if they decide to cut all contact, you can at least be sure that they're really serious about moving on. Number 2. They stop trying to flaunt their contentment. Once people are done with any type of commitment, it can be easy to want to convince the world that you're much happier without that commitment, especially when it comes to relationships. However, once someone is really over a relationship, they don't feel the need to show everyone how happy they are, because they're no longer trying to convince themselves in the process. So if your ex quits ranting to friends and on social media about how good they feel without you, how much better they're taking care of themselves, or the fact that they've had 3 dates this week, you can take it as they feel okay with living the life without you. Number 3. They ditched mutual connections. Mutual connections are always tricky when it comes to breakups because in relationships we tend to befriend family and close friends of the other person. So when it comes time to part ways, it feels like much more than a breakup with the partner. If your ex's partner is still trying to reach out to your parents or siblings that they used to get along with, they might be trying to rope you back in. Therefore, if they cut ties with your people who you know they had close relationships with, it's a fair sign that they are taking necessary steps to rid you of their lives completely. Number 4. They've moved on. Moving on from a relationship is an obvious one, but may be tricky to detect. Rebounds are often part of the equation to make the person feel like they can and have moved on, when in reality they're still stuck on the idea of getting you back. However, when you see that your ex-partner has moved on and started a genuine relationship with someone else, it's a sure sign that their interest is no longer on you. This is especially obvious when the new fling is nothing like you. This shows that they're dating this person in an attempt to replace you, but that they've found love in someone else who acts and is entirely different than you. Number 5. They no longer look at you through rose-coloured glasses. This one is one of the first signs that someone is over you, but it's one of the most difficult to detect. If you end up bumping into your ex, see how they interact with you. Oftentimes, when an ex is over the other person, they no longer look at them with rose-coloured glasses as they once did. All of a sudden, all the silly quirks that they once found adorable just don't have the same touch. Your jokes aren't as funny, and your emotions don't hit them the same way as they once did. They've completely outgrown you, and it no longer takes effort for them to see you as something other than a partner. This is a natural process of getting over someone or past commitments. There is no longer any resignation with the other person on that level, and they become just another old friend. Number 6. They stop blaming you. In the initial stages of a breakup, there are a lot of pointing fingers on both ends. Everyone tries to evaluate where the other person went wrong. If they didn't do this, we could have had it really good, or if they just fixed this about themselves, I would have been so happy. The blame game is a natural process. However, when your ex begins understanding that this was the best decision for your relationship and stops blaming you for what could have been different, they've gotten over that hurdle. This is the most mature ending you can ask for of an ex-partner, with no bridges burned and an appreciation for what the relationship was. When you can see the lessons learned through the relationship, you can begin looking at it as gains rather than a loss. Number 7. They stop reminiscing about the past. This is another sign that is a definite example of your ex getting over you. But it's also another one that's hard to detect, especially if you aren't in contact with any of his close friends anymore. Ex-partners who aren't quite over their ex tend to really live in the past. So if you hear that your ex can't stop bringing you up in conversations by bringing up old memories, or maybe they're sending you old photos and Facebook memories of fun things you've done together, they're probably still hung up on you. When they begin to seem content without thinking about the past and seem to be more focused on their future, your ex is surely over you. Number 8. You return each other's things. Returning each other's things out of anger at the beginning stages of a relationship can be nothing more than an act out of spite, and isn't always a sure sign that the other person is over you. However, returning each other's things for the sole reason of parting ways in a mutual way to take steps to fully get over you. When they want their stuff back from you, they're no longer concerned about how you'll do without the items you used. And when they give your stuff back to you, they don't want to be reminded of you, which is one of the first steps of being serious about getting over someone. Well, Psychos, that's it for today's video. So, do you think your ex is over you? Let us know in the comments below. Also, make sure to leave us a like, share this video with your friends, and also subscribe to our channel for more Psycho videos. We hope you learned something, and we'll see you in the next one.